Good morning. It is a wet weekend.
Yep.
Sarah's off to work. I'm off to meet my dad for coffee. Going to be doing a bit of another weekend vlog, I think. Last one hasn't been edited and hasn't come out yet, so don't know if they're going to do well, but it's still something that we both want to duck under that tree. That we both want to start doing. So we're going to give it a go and see how these keep going.
It's so wet, but I'm at work till like late, so hopefully it'll stop raining by then.
So I had coffee, which went really well. Just going to go check out some shops now, and yeah, it was nice catching up with everyone. My sister was there as well, which I wasn't expecting. Yeah, it's been a nice morning. So I had a good time in town, tried on some clothes, didn't really like them in the end, so didn't buy them. Also bought a couple of records, which I'd love to show you, so I'm going to show you when I get back home, because they will definitely die because it's still raining right now. So yeah, catch up in a bit. Back from town now. It's so windy and rainy out there that I literally couldn't film very much at all, which is a shame, because it means that this daily vlog is not going to be as interesting as it could have been, but hey, whatever. Didn't really buy anything in the end. Tried on those jeans, like I said, but didn't like the material super much. Bought a couple of records, which I'm going to show you in a sec. Some ice for drinks, and then that's about it. And then later tonight, I'm going to be going out for a meal with one of my friends from school and someone I know from university, which should be quite nice. Haven't seen Hannah in literally ages. We made plans at the beginning of the year, like we saw her at New Year's Eve and we said, yeah, we'll totally hang out, and it's taken till now for that to happen. So been a while, not very good at organizing things. Other than that, just gonna do some Photoshop stuff for more thumbnail work today and kind of take it easy, I guess. But I'll show you the records. So the first one I bought is a Walt Disney Records record, if that sounds stupid, but yeah, it's by the Disneyland record company and it's their Secrets of Life soundtrack. I don't really know much about the movie, but I had a quick look on the internet and this was probably worth a bit more than they were selling it for, even though the condition is really bad of the sleeve, and I'm not even sure what the disc is like. Looks okay, a little dusty. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And I was like, it's only £4. Even if I don't actually sell it for anything, just having it's kind of cool. And the second one, again, is Christmas Carols from Winchester Cathedral. This might seem like a bit of a random choice. I'm not like overly into Christmas carols, that's more Sarah's thing, but my grandfather was on the Winchester Cathedral Choir as the soloist for many, many years, and I wasn't able to find out if he was actually on this record, but I figured if he's not, that's a shame, it's only £1. If he is, that's a really cool find to just walk into a shop that I've literally never been to. It was this retro store in a shopping centre I don't go to. On a whim, I kind of was just going through this basket and I was like, oh, it's a Winchester Cathedral record. That's kind of coincidental, and I saw it was only £1, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna pick that up because I'm sure I'll find a use for it, and if not, it's just, you know, kind of cool to have. So yeah, that's my morning in town. Got some more M&S food for lunch. It is the katsu curry bowl. It's really good actually. I just had a bite. The curry sauce is really nice. It's got like butternut squash in there and some noodles and some chicken. So really excited for that. Alright, so I'm finally finished with updating all the thumbnails. I've finally done. Got every single video that we've released with a new updated thumbnail. I'm really happy with how they've turned out. I mean, some of the pictures still aren't great. I mean, just due to the fact that we're way better at this nowadays than we were when we started. But it feels good to have everything pretty consistent. Just gonna go through and do one final check through, make sure everything's saved all right, and then I'm gonna just completely relax. But yeah, feels good. Next time I change the thumbnail design, I'm just gonna change it from wherever we got to. I think I'm gonna be happy with these designs for longer than I was with the old ones. And yeah, I'm not gonna be doing this again, but it was worth it this time just because it just makes it look a bit more professional. I think looks a bit nicer, a bit cleaner. Walking down to the restaurant now. Gonna meet up with Hannah and Mike. It's gonna be really nice. It's a Thai tapas place apparently. Never been there before. It's called Mango, so it's not too far away. So I'm just gonna walk down. Looked at the menu, looked quite nice. I'm sure there'll be something that I want to eat there. There usually is. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a really nice evening. Don't know how much I'll get to film, but who knows? I'm gonna just try and start keeping the camera with me all the time, pretty much. and see how that goes. So in here is where some of the big boats come and park up. I was really hoping that there'd be one in to show you, but there isn't at the moment. But this is where some of the huge cruise ship parks. There's 2 places in town where they park. We don't see this one this often, but we've seen some pretty big boats there, and it's always really cool when they're in. So the restaurant's just behind me. It's not where I thought it was at all, actually. Looks really cool. I'm going to see if anyone's here yet, and then hopefully have a really nice meal. So probably see you on the other side. Everyone wave.
Hi!
Just walking back now. The food was really good, and it was really awesome to catch up with everyone. I had panko mozzarella, lime pork belly, and tempura bacon, and they were all really awesome. Great food, great time. I also got to try some of the Black Cow vodka that I've been looking to try for a while. Had some of that on the rocks, and it was really good too. So I might be buying a bottle of that sometime soon, but it was really enjoyable, really nice to catch up. Just gonna walk home now. It's not too late, it's about 11:30 I think. I think Sarah's definitely in bed by now. So yeah, been a really nice evening. Enjoyed myself a lot. And check out this zebra. Every year the local zoo puts up lots of animals around the city. Last year was hippos, this year is zebras, as to promote awareness and raise some money and stuff, and this one's got boats on, which is really cool. Yeah, it's another zebra. This one's decorated with images of kings and queens and stuff. And it's really kind of cool, actually.
Good morning, everyone. I just got up. Not really particularly getting ready or doing anything today, but I did think that I would give a go at editing last week's version of our weekend vlogs. Usually Sarah does all the editing because she had loads and loads of practice at it at uni, been doing it for years. And I've never done any editing at all, really, so I'm not good at it. I'm pretty poor. So what I want to do is have a go, because where we do 2 videos a week, that's all on Sarah to edit. And if we want to start adding occasional third videos like weekend vlogs, that would be even more editing and wouldn't really be fair. So I kind of want to at least try and get those edited myself. Just because if I can do an extra one, then that makes it a bit easier. They won't be... It's not as important that they're edited well, I don't think. So which is why we can probably get away with it if I do it. But I'm just going to do a first draft, run it by Sarah later and see what she thinks. I started yesterday, didn't get very far into it, so yeah, just going to be doing that for a bit. Oh, and I've got reheated pizza for breakfast because it's the weekend, so why not? So the editing's going well. It's always really interesting watching yourself on screen because it's interesting just to see how you come across, mainly. There's lots of stuff that I've picked up on that I could probably work on to improve these vlogs, so it's really a good thing that I'm actually sort of looking through this from an editing point of view. Gotta learn to not leave as many huge gaps in the middle of my sentences. It makes the editing look a bit disjointed, and maybe think a bit more about what I'm saying, as well as leaving a nice big gap between sort of sentences and stuff to make it easier to cut up. Yeah, it's alright. There's some bits of it I'm really happy with, and hopefully they'll get to stay in. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to pass it over to Sarah though. There are some bits where I'm just like, I do not know what to do with this bit. Like, I can use the editing program technically, but I don't have the artistic or creative ability to know how to edit that bit. So I'll have to get her input on that. But most of it's, the first half at least, is done, which will hopefully save her some time. As for the other stuff I'm doing today, just put some washing on, so waiting for that to finish. And that's all. I know that seems like we do a lot of nothing, and that I seem to spend a lot of time on the computer at my weekends, and I do. Most of the time it's because I'm trying to do something for the channel, or I've got some photography stuff I want to edit. I've got, hopefully, going to be covering an event later this week, so I want to kind of be prepped for that and make sure I'm all set up. One thing I am disappointed with though is I took the camera with me to Mango last night, obviously to vlog. I also figured, okay, well I'll take some photos on this and see how this does for food photos. Oh god, why is my phone just... Hello? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I took some food photos with the G7X last night and I didn't really like them. I put them into Lightroom and they just don't look what I was hoping for, which is a shame. I knew this wasn't going to be a replacement for my 5D like ever. I love that camera so much, but I figured well, if it's somewhere that I can't take the 5D or I don't want to bring a large camera with me, maybe I could get away with using the G7X for some photos a bit more. But I don't think I can. I mean, I'm gonna have to play around with the settings. Maybe it was something I was doing wrong. Maybe there's loads of stuff I've got to look into. But right now, my initial thoughts are, I like the way this works for video, but not so much for photo. So it's not going to be a replacement for that.
Hello, I'm home from work. It's late because it's a Sunday and I work late on Sundays because in retail the weekend doesn't happen.
No.
It just means working.
So we just had some food and now we're going to take a look at the vlog I started to edit, and Sarah's going to tell me all the bits that are wrong about it. And she won't be very subtle about it. She's going to be like, this bit sucks, this bit sucks.
Want to keep that?
You're bad at editing.
I'm not saying you're bad at editing.
I am bad at editing.
I'm just better at editing.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been saying all day.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, that's what we're going to do now. Maybe I'll video a bit during the process.
Because I can always cut it if you ever say I'm bad at anything. I'll be like, cut, wrong, cut.
Power of the editor.
What? Okay, where is it?
So I think I'm going to mix up the floor.
Oh.
That was not a healthy noise.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you not make noises when you
I'm not even. I'm just
Yeah, it's just funny seeing it on
in my
camera.
bathroom as you do.
Editing's going well. We're getting through it. There's so much footage to do, and we disagree on which bits we should keep a lot of the time. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm more efficiently I'm like emotionless. That needs cut. That needs cut. That needs cut. Whereas you.
Well,
like,
you've got where you want the end product to be in mind, and I don't, which is why I'm not as good at editing.
But
So,
Ash is learning. That's why he doesn't usually sit with me, but he's learning how I edit and arguing with it and saying how he hates what I do and how I ruin his life.
just because you're better at editing doesn't mean that I have to agree with you.
No, and that's fair. And to be fair, you don't usually sit in on my edits, so I don't usually have you telling me what you don't like. I can just be like, cut this, don't like it. You don't really say. So
yeah, it's coming along. It's not getting too late, so we're going to keep doing this for a bit.
yeah, just for a little bit, just for practice. Probably won't finish it tonight, but it's just to get an idea of how we want it to look, and Ash can understand a little bit more about how I'm editing. Because it's also really good that not only that he sits on it, but when we're filming, because he knows my editing style, he'll know how to like deal with it. Like I find it a lot easier to talk in front of the camera now because I know how I'm going to edit it, so I can sit there and go this, and I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to cut it here in my head.
That is exactly what I said earlier when I was talking about doing the first draft edit that you saw earlier. I said that it was going to make it much easier to film in front of the camera because I know what I am going to be editing later.
Yeah, it's so much easier when you know roughly in your head how you want it to look whilst you're filming it as well, and when you're, because you kind of know where you want the cuts to be and how you want it to go.
We're all done with editing now, and we're just preparing for upload. Sarah did a really good job fixing all of my terrible editing.
I will say here that I wasn't able to.
There's a shot she doesn't like, but I wanted to keep, so it's in. And just about to start the rendering, which shouldn't take too long. And then we're going to upload, and this will be out on the Monday.
I'm gonna go to bed.
And yeah, then we're just going to go straight to bed.
Really early tomorrow.
So yeah, been a productive weekend, got a lot done, and got sort of a vlog ready to go, which is fantastic news.
I worked.
You worked. And I did channel work, so it kind of counts. Night.
Bye. Oh. I can't wait to see all that.
I don't think you'll be in focus.
I was in focus.
Yes!